Don in London, hello and good morning. It's September the 30th, 2009. My video is all about recovery from addiction to either substance or behaviour, and both. My substance, alcohol, my behaviour, workaholic, relationshipaholic, gymaholic, you name it, any old addiction actually in the end. Because if I couldn't get booze, I'd probably try something else. I never got to drugs, but you know, that's part of the story for many. And actually alcohol is a drug. So how am I today? Well, I'm still in recovery, one day at a time, and I'm reminded always that recovery is one day long. We need to tackle the day we have ahead of us and do that as best we can. And what helps me, well, what helped me get to AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, which helps me make my day work, just one day sober, is, or was, family, friends to an extent, although many deserted me because they had to. I was a hopeless case. Community, professionals, and eventually AA. And it was a very difficult path, and many years in the wilderness, and homelessness, and goodness knows what else. But today, just a little bit of stability, and that's because of the help and support I get from the fellowship of AA, which is full of unique, authentic people making the way the best they can. And I've just been reminded that life is extremely tough for people. It's very, very hard. And often in fellowship, what we find really upsets us most is probably finance and romance. And when we look back over the last year or two, a lot of people have been really up against it financially. And of course romance comes in too, and we hear about many things going on in people's lives in the rooms of AA. But I can only talk in a general way here about me and my recovery and what I learn. And what I learn most is a bit of experience, strength and hope on a daily basis to just try and make life work. And a couple of things occurred in conversation. We need to watch out when we're hurting, because when we hurt, we often hurt people, and we do it inadvertently because we feel the fear, we feel the need to put on a brave face, and sometimes we just feel like, what the hell's going to happen next? So we work to be cautious around our feelings and knowing how we feel. How am I feeling on a daily basis? Why? What can I do? And when it involves other people, how are we feeling? Why? And what can we do? And sometimes we are reminded by life that we are powerless over people, places and things, and that life is going to happen the way it is. And it's how we respond to our situation and how we can work with the situation and live it rather than reject it or deny it. And sometimes people will be riled by our behaviour or what they think may be our attitude, when in fact we're absolutely just doing our best. So life is difficult for many, and I go to meetings every day of AA. I don't speak for Alcoholics Anonymous, can't, never will. It's a fellowship, and because it's full of unique, authentic people, they can speak for themselves where they choose to. And I choose to share experience, strength and hope simply because if there's a way to find sobriety, why not share it? And the gift in all of that is give it away to keep it. Let's keep sobriety. So we're all human and we're all living this experience just for today. So what about AA and how it helps me? Well, there's a statement of intent shared at every meeting, whether newcomer or old timer, and you know, from new can be a few hours, like the day before yesterday, somebody actually still very, very under the influence of drink, through to somebody who's 30, 40 years sober. And the same rules of life apply to both. And it's our reaction and response. Sometimes we react with fear, brave facing and ego because we are just so upset. And then we find, as things settle down, hopefully, and we remind ourselves a bit, courage, faith and confidence to do the next right thing might be the answer. So the statement of intent about AA goes like this. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who share their experience, strength and hope with each other, that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organisation or institution, does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. And maintaining sobriety, having achieved it and then maintain it, well, that's why I go to fellowship, to hear, experience strength and hope from others. And last night was a wonderful meeting, a mixture of new and old into AA, men and women with such a range of experiences. It makes me realise that we need value diversity of experience so that we can get some wisdom from wherever it comes. And often it comes from the most unexpected place. I can't say more than that without actually compromising anonymity. And anonymity is sacrosanct in the rooms of AA for me. It affords the opportunity to find the truth of now and then live with it and experience it. And for me, God is truth, as Gandhi said. And spiritually, what is spiritual? It's the ability to see reality, the truth of now. So consistent spiritual, an understanding of the God I know, which is truth, spiritual. And for others it takes on different dimensions and meanings, and all those are all right. I must not, absolutely not, judge anybody else's values and beliefs. I will just start getting judged straight back, and quite rightly. So I share the daily readings here, this book, Daily Reflections, and it says for September the 30th, the circle and the triangle. And this is part of the AA symbol, if you like. The circle stands for the whole world of AA, and the triangle stands for AA's three legacies of recovery, unity and service. Within our wonderful new world we have found freedom from our fatal obsession, and that comes from AA Comes of Age. It goes on to say, early in my AA life I became employed in its services and found the explanation of our society's logo to be very appropriate. First, a circle of love and service, with a well-balanced triangle inside, the base of which represents our recovery through the 12 steps, and the other two sides representing unity and service respectively. The three sides of the triangle are equal. As I grew in AA, I soon identified myself with this symbol. I am the circle, and the sides of the triangle represent three aspects of my personality: physical, emotional sanity, spirituality, the latter forming the symbol's base. Taken together, all three aspects of my personality translate into a sober, happy life. So, emotional, physical, and spiritual. What a gift to know those things, and to know it's all embraced by unity, service and recovery. It doesn't make the hard moments in life any easier, but it sure makes us realise that we're experiencing the day as it is, and if we ask for help, we're most likely going to get it. And sometimes we'll get a real swift no, and sometimes we'll get, well, yes, how can I help? So we don't know till we ask. And then in As Bill Sees It, this one, it's got a reading which says willing to believe, and I haven't got time to read it, so I'm not going to try and rush it. But the gift, if you like, of September has been looking at step 9, and in step 9 the idea is to make amends where we can and without doing harm to others. And it says here, a tranquil mind is the first requisite for good judgment. Good timing is important in making amends. What is courage? Prudence means taking calculated chances. Amends begin when we join AA. Peace of mind cannot be bought at the expense of others. Need for discretion, readiness to take consequences of the past, and to take responsibility for well-being of others is the spirit of step 9. And I'm out of time. So, life is difficult. It's been a good start to my morning though, and it's just being gentle with myself and other people. So the serenity prayer to God or good conscience, as you understand, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference is just for today.